Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Polygon MATIC. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you haven't seen the previous update, it's going to be linked in the top right-hand corner of the screen. Watch that before watching this one, and let's get straight into the charts. Taking a look at the daily chart, what we can see is that we are printing a higher low in the grand scheme of things, which is really good. If you take a look at this initial low in April 2021, then we had a higher low in June 2022, then we had another higher low in September 2023, and right now we're looking at another higher low in April-May 2024. So as long as we hold this low, we don't drop below the yellow ascending support trend line, which is better seen on the weekly, then we should be good to go. We can start zooming in a bit just to see what's going on. So we are dropping out of this blue support block that we had, and we were targeting this back when we were sitting at these local tops in March 2024. And I told you that the blue support block would be a really good entry point. We saw a bounce from there back in January when we were on our way up. So we had a move to the upside, retracement, and a higher high. And right now we're also hovering around the 65 cents area, which is the 0.236 Fibonacci retracement level. So we have a Fibonacci set up from the lows here in 2023, September, October, and then we have the local top in February 2023. And we only managed to retrace to the 786. We broke above the golden ratio, and as you can see, not always do you break above the golden ratio and actually retrace back to the local top of the fib, unfortunately. And this was the case with Polygon MATIC. So we dropped down approximately 54%. As of right now, we're sitting at a 48% retracement. Really good entry points here for anyone looking to top up their positions on Polygon MATIC. I think a 10x is a fairly good estimate for this project. We'll take a look at the weekly chart in a second for some targets to the upside. Now, glancing over at the RSI, let's see if we have any divergences or anything interesting going on here. Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it from what I can tell. Although it seems like we have a bit of a bearish divergence here. So if we take a look at this over here, and let me change the color to yellow, and then we have a higher high on the RSI. Just a small bearish divergence on the daily chart, which isn't too significant if I'm being honest. We might have, it might have played out already. As you can see, we had a bit of a retracement, and we're holding the 0.236 as support. As long as we hold this, we should be good to go. And below, if we continue dropping and we have another wave to the downside across the market, then you could look at this golden block. So we have 58.5 down to 53 cents. This is going to be a really good area for you to pick up even more coins. So feel free to set up some buy limit orders in advance. And I do want to switch over to the weekly chart right now. And before we continue with the video, I want to give a quick shout out to my Patreon. If you're interested in getting more exclusive content, you want to support me as a creator, and you like what you're seeing here on YouTube and you want more, feel free to check out the Patreon. That's definitely a place for you. There's a 7-day free trial, which means you can get access to all of my content since the inception of the page. So that means you get podcasts, low cap gems, technical analysis, project reviews, and a whole bunch of other stuff. We try to do posts there on a daily basis. We cover airdrops and a lot of stuff that we don't really cover on YouTube because we don't have as much time. And of course, because patrons get more stuff and more content. And if you're interested in that, the link is down below in the description. Thank you all. Let's continue on with the video. Taking a look at the weekly chart, we can see that the EMAs are about to print a bearish cross, which is not a very good sign at all. So this typically happens at the end of a bull market when you have the correction into the bear market. So we did have a brief bullish cross over here in 2023 because of how bullish Polygon MATIC got, which usually doesn't happen during a bear market, but you can see after the bottom in June 2022, Polygon MATIC had a massive run. And then we started retracing and we printed another low here in September 2023. And then we had the bearish cross over here. So this could be a similar situation. We're printing a bullish cross and then a bearish cross soon after. And if we measure this move here, we dropped approximately 68%. So from this bottom, like I said, we only dropped 53% and 68% would be somewhere down here at 40 cents. Now, I don't think we're dropping down to 40 cents. I don't think, we're going to have a massive correction to even 37 cents. Although anything is possible. I'm not saying it's not going to happen. I'm just saying that seeing as how things are playing out right now, it doesn't look like we're going to have a move back down to 37 cents. However, if there is a black swan event, then you all know what can happen. If we go back to March 2020, we had this massive capitulation. So in a matter of weeks, we dropped down 75%. So anything can happen. Always be ready with some cash on the sidelines in case something like that occurs. You want to, sweep up those lows as much as possible because everyone else is going to be selling while we're going to be buying. And that's really, really important. Now, taking a look at the 200 EMA here, you can see we're hovering around it as support and we keep wicking down below. Now, there's a lot of buying pressure below the 200 EMA and that shows strength. That shows that people are interested in the asset below the 200 EMA. So they deem that it's too cheap below the 200. So that's usually below 70 cents. As you can see right now, the 200 is sitting around 71 cents. So all of these wicks are people buying up the asset. And we're back in the massive triangle. As you can see, we had a massive symmetrical triangle. I thought this was going to be a really nice breakout here in March. Unfortunately, we ended up dropping back in. So a retest of the support of the triangle is potentially on the horizon. So we had one test back in June 2022, then again in September 2023, and we could have one more time in June 2024, let's say, before we head out into the next move to the upside, hopefully. But definitely losing this trend line is going to be a massive signal. And what we can do here is we can set up a Fibonacci retracement to the downside just to see what we could be expecting if something like that was to happen. So we have the high in March, we have the low in October, and you can see the minimal target is going to be sitting at almost 40 cents here to the downside. That would be the 1.272. Now, I'm not saying this is going to happen. We have to look at what's going on. If we lose this low, then we start targeting the extension levels to the downside. Like I said, right now, it doesn't look like we're going to be dropping down to the June 2022 bear market low. However, like I said, anything's possible. We'll only have to react to what the markets give us. Now, taking a look at the targets to the upside, we have $5 and $6.70 as the two targets for our bull market. I think these are really realistically doable. I think Polygon MATIC can definitely get to $3 for sure. And then we have $5 and $6.70 for those of you who want, for those of you who want to wait slightly longer, maybe. And then taking a look at the RSI, let's see what's going on here. So we have the white trend line that we have bounced off of multiple times before. So we had one bounce over here, and then we had another bounce over here. So that's going to be a good level to pick up some more coins at. We're just around that area anyway. So if you're picking up some MATIC coins, good for you. Of course, I'm not a financial advisor. And then we have this red block below us, which historically has been a really good support level back in 2022 and a few times in 2023 as well. So keep an eye on this. This is between 35 to 32.5 on the RSI. Now the stochastic is down here, which is really good. As you can see, the last two times we were down there, those are really good. Those are really good buying opportunities. Those were local bottoms for their time. So we take a look at this area here, which is March, April, May 2022. That was around the bottom there. And then we have this section in June 2023, which was pretty close to the bottom. That ended up being in September. And at that time, we were also in the oversold of the stochastic. So right now, once again, we are in the oversold, and this is a really, really good buying opportunity. Once again, if you don't have any MATIC coins, this is the time to be getting in, especially if your average, average price is somewhere closer to the all-time high. Taking a look at the MACD, we have printed a bearish cross in March. The last time we have done this was back in April 2023. And this did confirm our downtrend. So we got the bearish cross over here, and then we ended up dropping all the way back down to September. So a similar situation could occur right now, where we have the bearish cross in April 2024, and it might take us a few months to bottom out. Now, last time around, we were in the depths of the bear market. This time around, we're not, so things could be slightly different. It may not take as long as it did last time to bottom out, so keep that in mind. And taking a look at the volume, we're not seeing as much volume as we saw back in 2021, so we do want to see these candles get higher and higher as we progress through the year. So that should be it for this video, guys. Let me know what are your thoughts on Polygon MATIC. Let me know if you're buying the tokens right now. These are, like I said, really good prices. Thank you all. Stay safe and take care.